All right, guys, this is the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here with Marv and with Mike Molyneux. Guys, the Patriots, 2-5, third place in the AFC East behind the Buffalo Bills, behind the 3-3 Miami Dolphins, which is crazy to say at this point. If the Jets were better than how terrible, how horrendous they are right now, well, maybe the Patriots would be in fourth place. I don't know. But third place right now, 2-5 record. Big game this weekend coming up against the Buffalo Bills. Again, first place Buffalo Bills. If the Patriots lose this weekend, drop down to a 2-6 record overall. Guys, are you ready to give up on the season? Do you think the Patriots season is done? What do you think? Mike, let's start with you.
The Patriots head into this Week 8 matchup against the Buffalo Bills and lose and get the ass beat the way they kind of have been the last.
Oh, sorry, 2-4 record. 2-4 record. My fault.
2-4. If they go into this weekend and they lose to the Bills, and they lose quite handily, like they lost the last 2 weeks, yeah, I'm ready to say that it's over. I am. Obviously, all the talk right now has been, if the Patriots can make a move for a wide receiver, it'll be a lot of help. It'll be huge. At this point, I don't know if just making a move for a wide receiver is going to fix this team.
Early on, they just seem like they don't want to.
Yeah, but that's typical. That's typical Patriots for you throughout the course of the season. It seems like they don't want to, and they're content with what they have. But early on in the season, we're like, oh man, if Cam just had one option, you think it'd be decent for him in the offense and things would look good. Fast forward, it's like, I don't know if one guy that's possibly, the Odell rumors are out there. That's out the picture now. You talk a Golden Tate possibly. Like, you talk about a couple of these guys out there.
Golden Tate's not worth it.
Is it worth it? Is that one guy going to come in and fix this whole offense? I don't know, because it looks like this team has a lot more issues than just adding a threat on offense. You're not even talking about their defense right now at the point. They're letting a guy like Philip Lindsay have career games against them. It's just not worth it. But just to know that I firmly believe that Buffalo might give the Patriots the business quite handily. It's very possible, very, very possible that the Buffalo Bills give the Patriots the business and hand them another loss. So if that's the case, which I kind of feel is the case, what more is there to look forward to in this season? You got to just hope that the Patriots, maybe make some moves, get a couple draft picks, and the rebuild process really starts to reveal itself if a loss comes this way on Sunday.
If the Patriots get punched in the balls on Sunday the way that I think they're going to get punched in the balls, this season's done. Guys, it's not even worth it at that point. Like you said, Golden Tate, is Golden Tate going to fix this team? No. No chance. Great. Huh?
I said Golden Tate's great.
He's good, but he's not going to fix the team.
Issues.
Marv, what do you think? Is it done?
Fellas, relax.
All right.
No.
Relax.
All right, Rogers.
I get it. We've never been in this situation before. But I'll say this. When the schedule happened, even when we got Cam, I thought that the Patriots would start off this season 4-5. Now, the road to get to 4-5, I thought it'd be a little different. But obviously, COVID happened and whatnot. But you have the Bills next that you guys mentioned, and you got the Jets. You got the Bills and the Jets. Look, the Bills have been hot, but if the Patriots can go back and revert to playing how they played the first 2 weeks when they catered the offense to Cam instead of having Cam cater to this Tom Brady offense that they started having him do the past 2 weeks, and go back and give Cam the reins of being the Cam Newton offense, and they can beat the Bills, which is a big if. You guys already explained. I don't need to repeat why it's a big if. If the Patriots can beat the Bills, and I'm not worried about the damn Jets that's about to be Trevor Lawrence taking over next year. If you beat the Bills, you beat the Jets, you're back and then you have the Ravens, you're going to lose. You're back to being 4-5, and you still have a chance to make the playoffs. One thing we got to remember is this is a little different. There's 7 teams that make the playoffs. 7 teams make the playoffs this year. So that means if you suck, which the Patriots do, you can still make the playoffs. And if 2020 has shown us anything this year, is that anything, and I mean anything, can happen in this league. You don't know who else is going to get COVID. You don't know what type of turnaround's about to happen. Maybe Belichick pulls a rabbit out his hat and we get a player in here that can help things out. But I'm not hitting the panic button yet. Last week, Mike, I said I opened up the jar. My hand is hovering over it. Now I'm tilting, like I'm touching, I'm leaving it out. I'm touching, I'm leaving it out.
Where'd you say that? Where'd you
Your
say that?
panic button's in a jar?
You know how like the panic button, it's not a jar, but you know how you can like open up the
The
seal
lid?
and then you can touch the lid. There you go, the lid. The lid has been open, and now I'm like I'm touching it, but I'm not pushing it. It's just there. It's there, and I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Do I hit it, Captain? Do I hit it? But that's where we are.
Okay, but if they make it to the playoffs, if they squeak in, like I don't count that as a success. They're gonna get rocked.
This team,
But this team making the playoffs would be a success. But whoever they face in the playoffs, it's not going to be pretty.
Anything can happen.
If they make the playoffs, I'm still considering this season done. I'm slapping the crap out of this panic button. I am smacking it as hard as I can. After what I saw, guys, there was one specific play that I went, oh no. Oh. And that was when, I forget who was coming back for the throw. Cam threw that ball. It landed a good 4 yards ahead of him. Yeah. A good 3 yards. When that play happened, I was like, oh, it's that kind of over right now. Didn't look good.
They changed the offense. I don't understand how the Patriots just completely stopped doing what was making them successful.
Yeah,
I didn't see any.
You're right.
I didn't they just went back and said the issue everyone had when Cam was going to come into this team was, well, how is he going to fit into Tom Brady's system? Everyone, and we, because we're smart, we're like, nah, Patriots are obviously going to switch it up and cater to Cam. They stopped doing that. They're starting to make Cam a pocket passer, and we all know, even in 2015, that's not his strength. And boy, oh boy, was that really revealed last week against the 49ers.
There's just very little redeeming qualities here. The first couple games were fun to watch, sure. Like, they almost beat the Seahawks. That would have been awesome if they beat the Seahawks. They played a really good game. But, I mean, what are they, I'm looking at this team, and, the defense, okay, yeah, sure, they're solid. But you look at the receiving core, Edelman looks like he's about to turn into dust the next time he gets hit. He was barely even there in the last game. The rest of the receiving core, I mean, it's a tough watch, and it's a run first team now. That's what we've been hearing this year. The running game's not even that good, guys. We're running and I'm excited about Damian Harris. Don't get me wrong. I think Damian Harris is going to be a stud. But right now we're watching this run game that it's a run first team. It doesn't even look that good. So, what am I watching here? The offensive line is getting the crap kicked out of them.
There's nothing about this team that looks good right now. But, I mean, if I really, really think about it hard, as ugly as this team looks, going off of Marv's, panic button analogy, if I got that lid open and my hands hovering over it, just as I'm about to push down and press panic, I take one more gasp of air and look up, and I see Bill Belichick still standing there. And that's what will hold my hand back and say, hold on. The fact that Belichick's still over there. So that's it's the fact that Belichick's still leading the way. And you would assume with his resume and everything he has behind him that he'll figure something out that will maybe find some success for this team, even though we all think that it's not looking great.
Dude, I don't even care. Yeah, I don't care if Bill's there. I'm dropping the people's elbow on that button.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man.
They 33-6.
That was bad. That's as bad as you can get. I don't know if it can get much worse than that, unless you just get shut out. But that's pretty bad. 33-6 is very bad at home too.
They got beat by Drew Lock and McManus the week before that.
No. Drew Lock did everything he could to try to help the Patriots win that game.
Philip Lindsay won
Right.
that game.
And they lost.
Drew Lock understood this wasn't supposed to happen. So let me just throw a couple interceptions in the fourth quarter because something's not right here.
He tried. The Broncos tried to give the Patriots that win, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. I'm over it. Hey, look, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm over it.
Yeah, man. Nick, just one more week before hitting that button. Let us convince you one more week. Say it on air. One more week before you hit the button. We will all hit it with you next week.
I'm laying on top of that button right now. I'm not getting off. CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Nick Quaglia, Marv, Mike Molino. Guys, we're gonna be back next week for another set. Look, this is the worst that we've ever felt about this team during the 3 years, now 2.5 years of this show. And hopefully it gets better. Hopefully we see something better out of the Patriots this week against the first place AFC East Bills, but we'll see. Again, Nick Quaglia, Marv, Mike Molino. Guys, we're gonna be back next week with another set of episodes. Thanks for watching.